lower already.
24,842 last trade there in the Nasdaq, 60% short tilt.
You know what?
Tilt
It
has
is
been
up
getting
though.
paid all day.
Every time I look at this market, it's up or down at least 5%. That's the silver.
Silver. Yep.
Silver.
Mm.
It's still not done. I mean, Chinese New Year, markets are back, Asian session's back, and I thought we'd get maybe a more things to settle down. Nah, silver's up 5.5%. Gold is up 2.5%. We've surpassed the 5,200 level. Maybe these metals are right back on the march towards, dare I say it, all-time highs.
All-time highs. Potentially.
Well, they got
Here's
a
that.
little more heavy lifting to do. The VIX is up to 21 now. The high print from Friday was 21.21 or something like that. So we're close to Friday's highs in the VIX.
There we go. Bitcoin getting smacked, man.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, you have a Delta update in the equities?
Yes, of course.
What do we got?
S&P is negative 55,000, negative 5,000. S&P is negative 1,100 in the NASDAQ. Flat in gold.
Okay.
Flat in gold, and gold has been pretty flat since the equity open. I keep looking at it, Hogue,
Yeah,
and again,
we
that
started messing around
5210,
with it.
yeah, that 5210 that you saw, there's clearly something happening in that zone there, right? We see the market was rallying up until that point, and then we get there, we see the hesitation. So this is why
It's
price
hanging
wise I
around.
like it for a trade. It's the timing and location thing, right? Time and location, direction.
There you go.
Do
We
like
have more
potential.
speakers. Right? This is going to be a very busy week for these markets with Fed speakers all over today and tomorrow, and then we got Nvidia earnings, inflation, jobless claims Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and yeah, this is going to be a busy week for us.
Busy week for sure. Busy week for sure, which means if you didn't see your trade opportunity, yeah, go ahead, Kobe.
Go ahead. I was going to say, is Trump still speaking?
I think so. I think he just got to the mic about 10 minutes ago, so we probably got another 20 at least.
Fair enough.
No market moving headlines just yet.
All right. If we didn't get to our trade, did we miss it, Jay? What were you saying?
There's more opportunity coming up later in the week.
Oh,
for sure, right? Potential volatility for Nvidia, the inflation data that we have coming out. So there is more than enough opportunity for you to trade, and opportunity for us to bring in our tip of the week. Trade what you see. Trade what you see. Base trades on charts, not your bias. Avoid predicting. Follow the price. Adapt to changing market conditions and let the market confirm your idea. Our top step tip of the week this week: trade what you see. Which one of those do you think is most important? Dakota, I'll throw it over to you.
man, all of those
Base your trades,
pretty equal. Right?
all of them.
How many times have we been in a situation where we're trading what we think and what we want is going to happen, and then we're watching the market just sell off, and we're like, I think we could recover here because X, Y, Z, and so I buy it, and then it just keeps going down. All right, those are just some of the nastiest type of days, mentally, emotionally, and then obviously for accounts P&L.
For sure.
Trade
what you see. My trading mentor used to say all the time, avoid what you just said, avoid predicting, right, and having a bias. He would remind us all the time, the market doesn't give a shit what you think. So trade what the market is saying, and that's where your opportunity comes from. I think, to me, the biggest tip there is adapting to changing market conditions, right? With trading what you see, sometimes you could see the wrong things, right? And
correct.
I think when you hold that bias loosely and adapt, then that's when you're really trading and not trying to think about what should be happening and just trading what is. But good tip of the week there.
Yeah, I like it. Now,
knocking on the doors of new lows in the ES. We're pretty close to the 6850 level, although it looks like there's more positive gamma at 6840, which I also marked there. which would be down around where we've twice tried to break below this and bounced hard on the 20th.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, Nasdaq had a little bounce up to the 70 and right back down. These bounces have been getting sold off pretty strong.
What are those bounces looking like? Maybe 30 to 50 points, Dakota?
Yeah, exactly. But the question is, do you sell it? I know you said this earlier, where if you don't see your trade today, there's more opportunity this week. One thing that I think I love to see more of in myself and in the community and with day traders on social media in general, trading less. Trading less.
Yeah.
Some of the better traders
Yep.
myself and some of the better weeks I have, you know, 5 trades a week, maybe. Now you
Right.
tell that to someone, they're like, "Oh, that's crazy. That's how many trades I do an hour or a day." Well, is there really that many really solid
Great
setups?
opportunities. Yeah,
Maybe, but making that transition, being a lot more patient because trading is just watching markets, watching the charts most of
for
the time.
sure.
Very little decisions.
Damn it.
I'd be happy with 5 trades in a week, and if all 5 of those trades are just really good A+ setups. Here we go. Marcus Nasdaq pushing right back down to
New
these.
lows.
Yeah,
Still hanging out on its lows here. Hogue, you have any downside targets you'd be looking for in the equities here? I'm looking at. Oh, you see where we're sitting, Hogue, in the S&P? October 10th high.
Yes, right there.
Cannot leave that thing behind.
And
No.
we've looked into it like 1, 2, 3. The last 3 regular trading hour sessions, we've looked into it and rejected.
It's been the spot.
Okay.
Find some buyers. See, maybe we get a prior day low sweep.
That's where we're at in the Nasdaq. This is where we were last night. These 820s. The low of session is going to be right here around 810. 810. It's a zone. It's not exact numbers. So around this 810 zone. Is this one big? Yeah, this is not looking too hot for the equities. I know we talked about it, Jay. I don't know if
Yeah.
Jessica. This is an interesting thing about zooming out on that longer time frame picture.
Yeah.
You're looking at October 10th, but it just seems from a technical perspective, it would only make sense to sweep these lows that we've been in this big range for the past. I mean, since October, you could even say since September. We sweep these
Yeah.
lows down towards 24,000 before we find some type of reversal. I'm curious if is Nvidia going to be the catalyst to move this market if they miss on earnings, or if it's anything less than what people are expecting. Can we run down there and sweep them?
I think the forward guidance will be the only thing that matters, given what we already
Mm.
know about the CapEx spending from other companies. Like, it's impossible for me to imagine that NVIDIA could miss earnings, given that every company has essentially said, "Oh, we're going to, Google $180 billion,
Right.
Amazon $200 billion, and NVIDIA is getting a nice slice of those pies."
Yeah, that forward guidance.
Damn it.
But here we
Yeah,
go.
I think
Right back
I think
down.
from what I got from what Jessica was saying, right, we could potentially see that, and I think Dakota, I agree with you on the from a technical perspective, it seems like the Nasdaq needs to sweep that 24,000, right? We've had a couple tests now of the 200 daily moving average, 24,551. I think what she was saying though is we could see that sweep, but just and Jack's been saying this as well, right? Just the breadth that we're seeing in the markets, it's more widespread. Like last year, we were talking about NVIDIA runs the world, and that might not be the case now. So that could be, NVIDIA could be the catalyst for a quick sell off, and then we just get right back to BTFD.
BTFD.
Interesting
I
time
mean,
here.
the stocks are supposed to double, but after they half, is that what I was hearing? They have to cut in half first.
Cut them in
and
half
then
first, and then we double them. Right.
That'd be the easiest path.
Yeah.
Path of least resistance. We'll be right back to where we were. I mean, Nasdaq looks like it's going to sweep these overnight lows. It's looking very heavy.
Is
Broadcom about to
Hogue,
turn red.
We're 15 minutes after the initial balances are established. Right now, we have downside auctions, successful downside auctions.
Right.
Another 15 minutes or so before you confirm this. How would you be looking at this initial
Right.
balance, Hogue, as far as framing out a potential opportunity here?
Well, I mean, if we're going to look at the S&Ps, we can see. All right. So we're inside the range from Friday. We
Mm-hmm.
just swept the overnight lows in the S&Ps. We can't hold below those overnight lows. Then I could see maybe creating a failed downside auction and a push to the upside. But the way this thing is just hanging at the lows here, it's looking more like we're going to open this next 30-minute bar below the initial balance low, which is all sells to me, as long as that
Gotcha.
holds. But we've got a
And
little bit
here
of
we
time
go.
to wait. If you want to preempt it, your stops above the initial balance low.
NASDAQ
New
pushing it.
lows.
Yeah. We got to like
New lows.
814 here, the NASDAQ. That's the
What's the
overnight
overnight low?
low
I know we just 814s.
right there. Yeah, yeah. It's the very low is like 807,
807.
but this, yeah, we're like in that zone already. So we're testing it as we speak.
Still some room down to prior day low. 24,678.50 yesterday, Friday's low in the Nasdaq. S&P
And
trying to figure out
just
what to do
These
at this
buyers
October 10th
coming back
candle
in.
high. Yep,
yeah,
they like
there's
this area on a higher time frame.
do they sell it? Do they sell this off? Hoop says bonds firming up. Sellers trying to
See
sell
here.
that pop. That was a 40-point
Dow,
pop right there.
Dow continuing to make new lows. Micro Bitcoin making new lows. Interesting spot here. Are we in a
Poor
range bound market? Is this the low of the range, or do we see some extension here?
I could see some extension. I definitely could see some extension. Zooming out, always like to zoom out. I could see us testing 24,600s, right? If we're going to be in a range bound market in what we've been in the past week or two, then yeah, I could see us extend down here, maybe test these 24,600s. I mean, this is a big level that we're at right now, this 24,700, right? Just looking at these nice level of support. And if we could break through this, the next stop is going to be, 200 points lower than where we're at right now, which is possible. And we're down 230 points today in the NASDAQ from settlement.
68% short tilt there. JG in the chat says, "You're the pro, Jay. Tell us." Well, anything we say here is for educational and entertainment purposes only, not any trading or investment advice. But I'd be looking for opportunities to maybe continue to sell this as well. Probably not at the lows, just because of the hesitation that we're seeing, especially with the S&P at the high of that October 10th candle. We can clearly see the hesitation there. But if we get a pop back up to VWAP, maybe looking for, and I got VWAP in the Nasdaq 24,912s. Maybe looking for an opportunity there. Range bound last hour of fast markets potentially.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I see more room lower in the Nasdaq. I don't necessarily know that I see it in the S&P.
Well, we're hesitating at the 6850 SPX level, and things shifted a little bit. I mentioned now that 6840 is sort of like the line below which we talked about, like all the skew in the market, is that's where the trapdoor can really let loose. So that 6840 level is kind of like, for now, my one shot at a long if we get something to confirm it.
Okay.
6840. Seeing gold continuing to push here. New highs of the day there in gold, 52.22.80 last trade there. 68% short tilt in the Nasdaq, 51%, 50-50 in the S&P.
NASDAQ
Jay
still
did not
hanging
say
out the
full port
lows.
short. Yeah, it is.
Only if we sell off, then you can
Yeah.
go back and say it.
Then you can, yeah.
But shorts look attractive for the break of
They do.
overnight lows in the Nasdaq. If I was going to just close my eyes and place and pick a direction, for education, right? It would be to the short side, getting in with this momentum.
Agreed.
It's almost. I'm going to sell one in the hole.
All right. Dakota getting a short.
Love the initiative.
Talk to us.
I'm short one from 821, looking for a test of 800. Practice what you preach, Dakota. Don't just say it, do it. I am short.
821 1 micro.
Traders in the chat would say Dakota is just short the low of day. Well,
shorted the low. It's only
low
low
today.
if we stop going lower.
Yep, if we stop going lower. Just like last night, slow markets, that's how it is. If you think the market's going to go lower, that's the higher probability trade. Getting in with this momentum, looking for a break of these overnight lows of 800. I'm going to look for 790s. Maybe we get some momentum through that and catch a runner down to this next level of support that I'm seeing here, which is going to be 24,770s, 760s. Remember, everything's a zone. And here we go. Let's do this. Thing is, at any moment you could get like a 50-point bounce. Same thing. If you're looking to buy here, any moment, market could just sweep these lows.
ACH, baby.
ACH. Let's get it. And here we go. Well, this one's getting going. We're getting overnight lows, new session lows. Overnight lows. We're going now. All right. I'm going to just see money take money right there. I'm going to be happy. Got out at 790. So, boom. That is a breakout trade.
Boom indeed.
It was a quickie.
Look at this thing just puke now.
Yeah, people had their stops below that 6850, it looks like. And now, we're getting close.
There's
this is
70s.
looking.
Yeah, there's those 70s. Broadcom just went red. Yeah, I didn't take any heat on that Delta. Yeah. Sometimes it works like that. That's a true momentum and breakout trade. I mean, that was 40, 50 points in a minute or two. Jay, you said full port short? That's what...
Mm-hmm.
That is not financial advice. But what did we learn today? You can sell the lows.
We're right at this make or break level. Like 5 points above it.
Phoenix says it's a crapshoot. I don't see anything crap about that one. That was a pure momentum and breakout trade there.
Yeah. And I think with the time frame that most of us are looking at day trades, you may be able to consider any day trade a crapshoot, right? So most important thing there is the risk management on the trade, right? Dakota, I saw a bunch of questions in the chat. Dakota, why are you not trading, your max position size? How many trades really in the equities that we've seen over the past 4 months in a non-directional market have warranted max position size, right? It's you're taking your opportunities out here, but we're not seeing, in an environment where it's clearly directional. I think it's a lot easier to kind of lever up. Right now, a lot of these trades in the equities feel closer to 50-50 than they have been, just because we're so range bound. But a really nice trade you got going on there. 24,777 last trade here. Jack, I know you're looking at S&P level coming up on it here.
In 7 years of professional trading, I only max size something once. And it was
how did it play?
It was my best trading day ever.
Nice.
But but that was the level of confidence. So in 7 years, being in there 200 and something trading days a year, one time.
Right. And it pays, right? Like you said, best trading day ever. But I think what happens a lot and I did this as a newer trader, especially, is I try to make every day my best trading day ever, and the markets just don't facilitate
Mhm.
that, right? And that's when you're in a world of hurt.
Exactly.
Like, oh, it's like that unfortunately does not work like that. Seeing some selling coming in here now though. Continued selling,
Keeps pushing.
24/7, 6 keeps pushing here. 68. We're seeing selling in crude also. 66.90 last trade there in crude. New lows in the S&P.
Yep, we're going. Broadcom was green. We're now down 0.3. Nvidia's making a run back. I mean, we were up, decent amount, but yeah, these Tech 9 stocks are making a run downside. The only thing holding up is the Walmart. Walmart. The tech.
VIX over
The
22
techiest.
now. VIX over 22 yet?
2130. 2130.
130. 24 763. Where might we be going here? Gotta zoom back out to the daily.
Yeah, I mean, this
Prior
is
day
a
low.
decent. Yeah, this is a decent area where we're at in the Nasdaq. You're looking at the ES, right?
Yeah, ES and the Nasdaq. I'm looking at the Friday's low. So Friday low 24,678.50 in the Nasdaq, and the S&P 68.47 quarter. So we're about 8 points off of it in the S&P. So it's been short all day. Nice job to the traders out there.
Yep. Yep. If we get through this level, I was saying, like, this is a key level right here, these 760s. Then the next level is going to be, basically 700 even. We get through all these. I mean, that's what I was referring to, is 24,600, maybe these 580s. It's just all signs. All signs are looking just momentum to the downside is pretty strong.
Pretty strong here. Darnell price $200 on the day. Nice job.
Nice.
Asking where are we going? Right now it looks like we're going lower. I'm zooming out, looking at some higher time frame levels. On the higher time frame, I think the 200 moving average on the Nasdaq on the daily 24,550 looks like a decent spot. We'll see here though.
Took another bounce off 52.10 in gold. Another bounce.
Oh, you know when it's going to break? If we decided to buy one of those bounces.
Stop looking at it.
That's right. Or we stop looking at it. Exactly. Exactly.
You take the trade.
So, that's the weekly kickoff high, correct? 52.10.
Yes.
We're starting the week trading at that level. Do you then start to look at market's response? Are we holding buyers above that? You're looking at open interest and volume build above that level for potential continuation.
Yeah, I mean that would typically be what I'd be looking for, but from time to time, it takes some time for the longer time frame to make any decision at this level. Right now, they're just looking at it, trying to figure out if they're going to adjust inventory. They may not. Sometimes, they just let it sit here and let it chop everybody up.
Yeah,
it looks like one of those days today. So, we took a couple of shots, didn't work. On to the next thing, but I'm keeping an eye on opportunity around it because
we're watching.
It's likely to change. Something is going to change.
Yeah,
it's not going to stay there forever.
To like 30-minute candles here on the ES, you see what a kind of important level we are at, and we've just drilled down into this. But we've had 2, 3. This would be the 4th time we bounced off of this level right here. Does it gun to take out the lows from Friday?
3 points away.
68.47.5. So maybe wait for that. See if we can take out some stops below there, and then might use one of my strikes on a long.
There we go. 68.53 last trade here in the S&P. 24,745 last trade here in the Nasdaq. About 60 points off of Friday's low there in the Nasdaq. The Dow hanging out at its lows. Crude oil turning around 66.80 last trade there in crude. 68% short till now in crude oil. Was pretty heavy long.
Yeah, the hourly candle just closed. So the top of the hour, it's just just closed, and it's a very ugly looking red candle on the hourly chart. I would not be opposed for this thing continuing to sell off. Nvidia is continuing to make a run down to settlement, so selling still in
Yeah.
these markets in a heavy way.
I think a prior day low sweep makes sense, right? Or is it guaranteed that we're going to get it? No, but the closer you get to it, the more you think it acts like a magnet. And like Jack was saying, there has to be some stops below there, right? So maybe the market triggers those stops first before we see that turnaround. We could get the markets going and sweeping these prior day lows if we bring in Dr. Volatility for some announcements and some news. James, what do we got?
We got him on
I got
mute.
$5 for you, James.
Sometimes you gotta just hit the refresh button to start the Monday right. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm James Harden, and I'm here to tell you about the things that you need to know to stay in the know with Top Step TV, and that includes following Top Step TV on the X, formerly known as Twitter. You might call it Twix, but you can find us there on X, the crew that's got your back. I'm talking about Top Step TV, of course. You get highlights, best of clips when we have sweepstakes. You can find information there. And we also just got a whole new facelift on our X page, so go ahead and check it out. We are coming up with new ways to engage with you each and every day. We're running polls, we're replying to people, and we're having fun all over on the Top Step TV X account. If you're not following us there already, what are you doing? Go ahead and click on the link that we just dropped in chat. Thank you very much, Dolby, and give us a follow on the old Twix. While you're there, be sure to check out the core account at Top Step. Go to our help page at Ask Top Step and follow our news page at Top Step News for all Top Step related updates. Then later today, 12 p.m. Central Time, it's group coaching. That's right, group coaching. The point in the show where we sit down and answer your questions live right here on Top Step TV. Now, that image might feature Jay and Dakota. I've never seen them show up for group coaching, but you never know. What you will get, though, are 3 amazing Top Step TV personalities sitting down and answering your questions live. Today, we are joined by Gabe, Deanna, and Anne-Marie. So if you are a fan of Metal Markets or Market Kickoff, we got the 2 hosts sitting down in the chair today. Metal Markets with Deanna and Market Kickoff with Anne-Marie are 2 amazing supplementary Top Step TV shows that if you're not watching, you should be. And today, they are sitting down with sitting down with Gabe on their lunch break to answer your questions live. And if you want to get a question to Anne-Marie or Deanna, the only way to do that is to click on the link that is now pinned in chat, fill it out, click submit, and then be back in your seat for group coaching at 12 p.m. Central. That's all I got in terms of announcements. But before we go back to the charts, President Trump is doubling down on his tariffs after being handed a rare defeat by the Supreme Court. Reed Binion reports.
The whole thing is a farce.
Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom reacting to President Donald Trump's Saturday announcement that he's raising global tariffs to 15% from the 10% he imposed a day earlier.
It was 10% 2 days ago, maybe 20% tomorrow. I mean, this is madness.
The back-to-back tariff announcements came after the Supreme Court handed down a decision Friday, ruling the sweeping emergency tariffs Trump imposed last year are illegal. But the High Court's ruling only applies to the duties Trump imposed using one specific law. And the president immediately responded by saying he will now rely on other legal authorities to keep tariffs in place.
Other alternatives will now be used to replace the ones that the court incorrectly rejected.
The law Trump is relying on for his new 15% global tariffs requires that Congress approve the duties within 150 days for them to remain in effect. As for the tens of billions of dollars U.S. companies paid after Trump raised tariffs last year, Democrats are demanding the money be refunded.
He needs to return that money, needs to refund that money with interest. He can do that in a nanosecond. They can do that electronically. They can do it electronically. They have the tariff codes. They have the ability.
But Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says it's not that simple.
The Supreme Court did not address refunds. The Supreme Court remanded it down to a lower court. That could be weeks or months when we hear them.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Thank you for that, Reed. Thank you for that,
Dr.
James.
Volatility.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
It
here we
worked.
are.
New lows. S&P took out that
690s
low.
here in the Nasdaq.
Look at gold, Jay.
There it is, Hogue.
Yep.
There it
Did
is.
you
See,
buy
it's
it?
selling across the board. No, we didn't. Luckily, we didn't buy it. Right, we said it though. It was eventually going to break. Seen some selling across the board here. The Russell on its lows. Crude oil 66.50 last trade there. The Nasdaq has not taken out that prior day low just yet, 678.5, but the S&P has. Really nice selling coming in here across the board.
Had the VIX touch 22 there.
There it is.
Don't ever lose your sense of humor. Ever lose your sense of humor.
We had the right idea, Hogue. We had the right idea.
Equities.
Timing and location. We had the location as well. Equities continuing to sell
right
here.
now.
All right.
Nvidia
is
8 more points, and we'll have sold off 100 points in the ES from the high.
Wow, what a move!
This is yesterday's low, right? Or Friday's low.
Friday's low, yeah. 678 F. Threw it in the ES. Yep. Dow's well below it. Russell's well below it as well. We got the Russell down 2.1% right now. The Dow over 1.5%. The S&P just under 1.5%. Sorry, the Nasdaq just under 1.5%. The S&P down 1.17%. Really nice. It's been a kind of methodical move to the downside today for the first hour and a half. Of course, there's still a ton of trading left to do in the session. Dakota, nice short there. Looked like you were selling the lows until it goes lower.
Yeah, I mean, I got what I wanted. A nice 40 points out of it. If that's a base hit, that's a good trade. It was a good trade. I'm happy with it. Obviously, you want to build into a position and have a runner, but look at this market, just so heavy. We break through this, we could it keeps tumbling. I was looking for 600s, and here we are, 690.
I mean, if we get through, I mean, the next stop on the pain train, 6,800 SPX.
I haven't, since I'm not home, I'm not looking at depth of market. Are we seeing any big orders? I see somebody saying 1,000 lot in the S&P, 68.35. Is that right? Oh yeah, right there on the bid, 68.35 in the S&P, 1,000 on the bid.
Nothing on
they might be trying to save this. Nothing on the Nasdaq.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the Nasdaq. You know,
look, this 5-minute bars is nasty work.
Yeah, it is. What is that?
Oh, those poor shorts.
8 in a row?
Yeah, it's accelerating.
Here we go. 68.35 on the bid in the S&P. Let's see if they get a fill here. 1,100 on the bid.
Nasdaq just broke yet Friday's low. Yep. And strongest tech stock out of all of them today is Walmart. It's now
Walmart.
Is this going to be the number 1 market cap tech stock?
Oh boy, what? I'm trying to imagine what that environment would look like.
It's just, I don't know. It's closer to pass Tesla. It's 400 million to pass Tesla. Maybe we could pass Meta.
Tesla. Did we get through 400? Yeah. Tesla's on 3%. It cracked $400, trading 398.56 right now.
We go coming up on this bid here. New lows in the Nasdaq, 68.36 quarter low of the day in the S&P. And we got that bid sitting right there. Let's see if they save the market here. Hogue, we still got a negative delta in the S&P leading up to this. I'm curious the delta flip as we.
Nah, it's deeper. Negative 90s, 9,700, 9,800 now. Negative 4,600 in the Nasdaq. So it's congruent with direction.
Real selling.
Aggressive selling.
Real selling coming here. 68.35 on the bid, 1,100 times.
So the only thing I see down below is last week's low and weekly kickoff low. The S&P is 67.96. Last week's low, 67.91. Gonna go down and get this bid here, 1,100 on the bid. 68.35.
London closing in 20 minutes.
You get with them.
How? That's the difficult
Buyers
part,
came
right?
back in for gold down there.
Yes, they did.
Back above. Back above.
That's a
They're
tough
gonna
trade right
chop
now.
people to ribbons today. They're just gonna
Yes,
chop
they
you to
are.
ribbons.
You can't feel comfortable in a long gold right now either. I wouldn't. It's not. It's stopped the directional move since the equities have opened. So for the last 2 hours, we've seen
Yes.
gold range.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Just
This
hanging
is
around here looking for some decisions to be made.
maybe a bounce here in the NASDAQ up to
Yeah.
130. NVIDIA is starting to catch a bit again. So I could see maybe some buyers stepping in here to maybe a little bit of a pullback. Cautious optimism.
It looked like we were going to make a run at Friday's lows in the ES, but now we're still just back to a few points away from the lows of the session.
A bid's gone at 35s. They're no longer there in the S&P. That give us some room.
Yeah. Well,
when's the last time we
Short
going
2%?
I was going to say that if we start going lower, like we're really, there's a lot of negative gamma down here, a lot of puts people have had on.
When's the last time we had a 2% day here in the NASDAQ? Equities.
We had
I
one
should
this
just
year.
say.
We had one this year. I don't know if we stayed down 2%. I don't know if we stayed down 2%, but we definitely reached, I think it was 2.5 in the NASDAQ, to be honest.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I remember that. But I don't know if we just stayed and closed, right?
Yeah, I don't think we closed down 2%.
One or two.
Oh, we're right now in the just the NASDAQ index. It looks like we're on the 200-day moving average. Pretty much exactly.
Yeah,
it's back in.
That's what the target. Yeah, they are, Hogue. 68.33 is 900 on the bid. Session lows there in the NASDAQ, session lows in the S&P as well. Dow making new lows. Russell making new lows. Selling across the board here in the equities. 960 on the bid, 68.33 in the S&P here. Let's see if they get that fill. Originally, they were at 635s. Hold it lower, giving the market some room. Continue to run.
Yep. Bitcoin continues to get hit, and gold's holding strong.
Really nice selling coming in here. Let's see, though. Is this another sell in the whole opportunity, Dakota, or are we a little too extended in your opinion?
I'm actually thinking the opposite is a bounce from this level.
Yeah.
You just see it's holding a little bit. I'm watching NVIDIA trying to find buyers at this 190 level, 189 level. And it looks like it's either some profit taking or some buyers trying to get in here. But no, the short in the hole was up there when it was breaking a major level.
Yeah.
This isn't a major level, unless maybe we get down to. Yeah, I could still see us getting down to 600, maybe even 580s, 590s. There's plenty of room to the downside if this market just continues to give.
Yeah, Jack was saying the NASDAQ is at its 200-day moving average, right? And that looks like a target in the futures as well, 24,550. It's another, 130 points from where we are right now, but it looks like a target. So far, high to low range, 388 points in the NASDAQ. The ATR is 462. So there's still some room to a full daily ATR move. It would put us right near that 200 moving average on the daily. Of course, ACH, but we are getting close to an at range day here, which
I think
starts to make sense.
yields are down to 4.03. So we're getting close to the big 4% handle. I wasn't paying attention to those really quick.
Yields down, prices up.
Yeah, just a complete change. Here's the 10-year yield. Just a complete change in expectations. February 5th, we were near 4.3, so we're off 25 bips in just a couple weeks here.
What's the Fed fund tool at?
It's had trouble staying below 4%. The white line on the bottom here was where rates were, I believe, when Powell announced the first interest rate cuts.
Interesting.
And the S&P has moved down now.
They keep giving us more runway.
830. Yep.
They're just giving this seller space to work right now. Good no short there in gold.
New highs.
Yeah, that bid in the S&P now is at 68.30. 68.30. So they keep pulling it, and there's another 700 at 68.29. So between 68.29 and 68.30 is about 1,500 contracts on the bid here in the S&P. We saw that initial 1,500 lot at 68.35, or sorry, initial 1,100 lot 68.35. They moved down, and that is a passive buyer. We don't know what their intentions are, but that is a passive buyer that is moving their order out of the way.
Look at gold go.
What a move.
It's volatile.
That's where risk management is important there, Hogue. There's a trader trading gold right now that says it has to go lower and is in a world of hurt right now. We were not that trader, right? We took a couple opportunities and said, nope, that's not it. That's how much I'm willing to find out whether or not that is the trade idea. It's okay being wrong. It's not okay stay wrong, especially if it's going to cost you a whole lot.
Yeah. Experience, because we have been that trader. Everyone's been that trader.
Oh, so many times. So many times. Nasdaq trying to hold up here, back above these 700s here, Dakota.
Yeah, I see that. That's why I was saying I don't want to get in short. I would actually be looking opposite for a bounce here, and we're starting to see that bounce. There's a big order in the Nasdaq. I mean, it's 120 contracts sitting at 730. Maybe we can come up and tap into that.
Did you get a 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute?
Actually, I've not been looking for a 3-bar reversal. Yeah, right there. That's as beautiful as it gets. That is a textbook 3-bar reversal, but it doesn't close for another minute and a half. But look, if you want to see a definition of what a 3-bar reversal is, take a look at the Nasdaq on a 5-minute chart. That is as textbook as it gets. Now, this candle that we're currently making, it's not done. It's not confirmed. We still have a minute, but yeah, that would be a textbook. What would make it even nice is if this was at kind of is that level of support. Friday's low. Hey, let's see it. Let's watch it.
Seeing a bounce here across the board. 68.42 last trade here in the S&P. Market's definitely provided some opportunity today. Hopefully, traders, you're taking advantage of it. Again, tag us, #FastMarkets on your favorite social platform. We'll bring those to you later in the day. Share us your trader wins, your losses as well, your trader setups. Maybe I'll take a look at my trader setup.
It's
a pretty nice setup they got in the office here. All right, here we go.
I'm long from 716. It would be just not right for me to not get into a long on a 3-bar reversal right here off of Friday's lows. So I got these two things saying, this is the thing about getting in early, right? I didn't get in early. I sacrificed a little bit of trade location. So I sacrificed about 10 points, about 8 points. 5-minute just closed. 5-minute just closed. And let's see how this one plays out. I got my stop at the low of this candle and looking for this maybe a 1-to-1. Might be a little bit less than a 1-to-1 because I didn't get the best trade location. We shall see. The only thing I don't like about this is how much momentum we're getting today.
Acceptance back inside of it?
Not yet.
Friday's range, not yet. I would think, Hogue, if I'm getting long here, I got to look at IB low as the potential target at a minimum.
Nope.
What happened, Dakota?
That was a mini. That was a mini. Let me block those minis.
Oh yeah, I got those blocked on my live account as well.
That was good.
I mean, happy mistake.
The winner.
It worked out pretty damn good.
Yeah.
There's a good example. Yeah, risk management. Make sure you block what you don't want to be trading.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, that's
profit target hit on the micro. That was like 200 points on a micro. I'm gonna just set that trade right on up.
Yep.
There. That's what I was looking for. Oops.
It was the right idea. I like what you did there, though, right? It's like, hey, that is not the position size that I meant to be in, so I'm not going to just stay in it because it's working. How many times have you done that?
Even though I like the trade, right? I like the trade, and
that's a great trade.
Yeah, obviously, if I would have just held it, but I'm over here thinking, like, yeah, this is cooking pretty good. I look up at my P&L, I'm like, $400.
Wait a second.
Not in the NASDAQ. But yeah,
Good
double check your risk settings right here. You can block those symbols. Gold, I block those minis, so that doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
Hey,
good out there. Again, I like the trade idea. That confirmed 3-bar reversal. That's the first one. Not the first one since the equity open, but maybe this one holds. Like you said, it context matters, right? Where it's happening. We swept that prior day low, and now we're accepting back inside of it. The S&P doing something similar here. I hope I was saying earlier, I would think if I'm getting in long here at these lows, IB low is a potential target, right?
Sure.
Still takes some work to get up there, but
NASDAQ, $100. It's 100 points.
Yeah.
That's proof that size is just psychological. Same process. It doesn't matter whether it's one micro or 10 minis, right? The size is psychological.
The initial balance low in the NASDAQ is 24,840.5. The initial balance low in the S&P, 68.69.
Little bit of a pullback here in the
Yeah.
68.72.
The question is,
quarter.
72 quarter. Thank you, Hogue. I don't have my notebook.
Yeah, but I always put targets short of where I think it might go. So
yep,
68, 69 works for me.
Me too, Hogue.
What are we talking about here? Crude oil back above $67. Gold continuing to push. Nice out there, Hogue. 52.35 now. Last trade here in gold. We saw a quick little sell off, but no pressure below 5,200s from sellers.
It's gonna go.
Are we back to metals just rallying? Silver up almost 6% on the day.
Keeps putting up weak highs.
Yeah. Pretty good there. Let's take a look at that tilt. Got London close coming up in about 5 minutes. Taking a look at the tilt, 70% long now in the S&P, 66% long in the NASDAQ. Jack, I know you were scouting for potential longs down here. What does confirmation look like? Because
I was hovering over it and didn't take the trade.
Okay.
It's tricky because it got a little. It sold off a little bit more than I thought it was through. The Friday low, right? I still should just buy it right here. It's just that the stop's expensive now.
Stop would have to be low day.
Trump's done.
Yeah, probably before it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe these markets could rally.
Yeah, I'll wait a couple minutes until the euro close.
Gotcha. We got 1,000 lot all the way down at 6,800 now in the S&P. Another 700 above that at 6,801.
Man, that's some
It's not spoofing. Maybe they just changed their mind.
There's been a lot in the NASDAQ come in every once in a while. It's still there at 750. It was at 730, and they're actually getting filled at the ask.
On the offer.
Yep, correct. This 3-bar
sellers coming in there.
Printing.
Still valid. Where's the high of that 3-bar reversal, Coda?
Yeah, that the main reversal candle right here. The high is at like 707. The low is low of day, obviously. And look at this thing just go now. That 100 contracts about to get filled at 750. So, yeah, I think that was a successful 3-bar reversal for a 1-to-1 trade. Or a misclick and 200 points worth of value right there.
London close coming up here. Yeah, technically we did have a 3-bar reversal on the S&P as well. I don't know the time frame that you're looking at, but I know Dakota looks at them on a 5-minute chart. We did get one there. New highs of the day there in gold, 52.39.30. Continue to make new highs, 52.40.90 now. What a move in gold.
100 contract just
750s.
750. Yeah, take profit hit on that 3-bar reversal. Man, things are just run like a well-oiled machine tonight, to date.
In a turn around for sure.
Dobie, happy little mistakes. Happy little mistakes. Chat, you can lead a horse to water.
Dobie Ross.
Dobie.
Why is chat so dead today? I think everyone's taking advantage of these trade opportunities. We've seen heavy tilts in both directions all day. Shout out to the traders that are just trading right now. Trade first, type second, but hit the thumbs up button before all of that. We appreciate you all being here. Like and subscribe.
Not as happy a thought, but I would imagine that the reason chat's a little bit dead is that on a grind down like this, I think a lot of people are probably done trading for the day. Maybe not by their own decision, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do.
Yep.
FK Palmer, you're right too. You guys need to find Jesus. Oh my, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, or some grass.
For being creeps.
A little bit of both.
Yep. Yeah.
So, what was at the low of the day? This 3-bar reversal is cooking. Yeah, I wish I had that many on, right? But it's not the risk I was willing to take. It's easy after the hindsight, but no way I'm going to hold 10 times the size I meant to be in on a misclick. Just get out. That was worth 200-300 points. Yeah, I was at 150, so I made $300 on that, which would have been.
There you go.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, I would have needed what, 300 points, 150 points.
Right.
But yeah, here we are pushing it. We're 100 points higher in the NASDAQ.
24,773, 68.57s. Maybe on a pullback here. Let's see where we got New York session VWAP 68.77 in the S&P, in the NASDAQ 24,838. Looking at those IB lows, potential targets here. Hope, I know we're going to get you out of here in just a minute to prep for the morning recap.
We got
morning highlights.
18 seconds until the European close, and we'll find out whether this could be short covering into that. Let's see what happens.
Who caught that 3-bar reversal, chat? Let me know.
Somebody's catching it. The tilt is long.
3B, was it 3-bar reversal? Type W in the chat.
3BR?
Type something. Show it. 3BR in the chat. DBA concepts.
Can we get a PBR endorsement for 3BRs? Get a
yeah.
Pour out a PBR for every 3BR.
If you did catch that trade, that's great patience on your part. Like, as I mentioned, I saw people very early in the chat being like, full port long, full port long. You had to wait a good long time for
Beautiful.
an opportunity to present itself.
Oof. Look at the traders just tearing it up. It's
Nice
simplicity.
job.
I posted over this weekend. And let me know your thoughts, Jack, Hogan, Jay. One of the biggest lies in trading was it's not that simple. And in my opinion, I said, yes, trading really is that simple. It doesn't mean make it easy, right? Simplicity doesn't determine how difficult it is. It could be extremely, extremely hard, just like
Oh yeah.
quitting a bad habit, right? It's like, yeah, if you have, say alcohol, people struggle with,
Yep.
an alcoholic. It's simple. Stop drinking it. It sounds
Right.
simple, but psychologically, it's one of the hardest things in the world.
Very hard. Very hard to do.
That's the same thing. It looks so freaking simple with hindsight, but psychologically, it's one of the difficult things in the world is trading.
For sure. For sure. 74% long tilts. People are catching this move. 74% long in the S&P, 72% long in the NASDAQ. What was really nice to see is the heavy short tilt on the way down. So, the tip of the week, trade what's in front of you, trade what you see. Traders are taking advantage of this for sure. Hogue, we're going to let you get out of here and prep for the morning highlights. Do you have one last Delta update for us, Hogue, before you get out of here?
Yeah, for sure. S&P is negative 8,200, negative 3,700 in the NASDAQ. Keep trading well, folks. We'll see you in just a few minutes for the morning highlights.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, Hogue. We'll see you in a bit. Nice. London close has come and gone. Crude oil selling off a little bit here. 66.77 last trade there in crude. 24.765 last trade here in the NASDAQ. 68.56 last trade in the S&P. Somebody was asking before, why do I have so many DOMs on my screen? So you know what all the markets are doing, right? I'm not trading all of these, but when somebody calls out size, it's interesting to see it this way. But yeah, we trade off the charts. There are actually a lot more traders who have screens like this than we probably show. I know JD has one. Coach Robert has one where he just has 10 DOMs on a screen.
Yeah,
usually not my main
especially
screen.
if you're trading spreads. Like, especially I'm thinking like
you have
bonds, that's kind of how it looked.
Yeah.
Man Cave was in a runner. See us slow markets. You know what? I first seen Jay. How many templates do you have?
Oh, don't worry about it, man. There's sometimes you got to put on a trader hat. Sometimes you got to put on a hosting hat. I think there's a hosting layout here. There's a bunch. Nice, I could probably get rid of 5 or 6 of them, but hey.
Okay. Hey, it just demonstrates you can have a lot of templates there on this platform.
Yeah. There's a lot of overlap in them though. 66.69, a little selling coming in here in crude oil, 57% short tilt there. Let's take a look at micro Bitcoin. What are we doing there? Little reversal pattern there as well. 65.580. Bitcoin just looks ugly, man.
it
just looks gross. Yeah.
Pippin, where are you?
Can we get Scottie Pippen on the show?
Yeah, we should ask. I'll talk to Dolby about it. Let him talk Bitcoin. Give a little kickback to Pippin. We'll see where we can get.
Right.
Someone's asking what I mean by trading spreads. It just means you're trading 2 products, one long and one short. Like you can make a spread out of anything, but most commonly, at least in my trading experience, was bond spreads. We didn't like to take outright position risk, so you sell or buy some number of one, and then you, with the right hedge ratios, do the opposite on the other, and you trade the spread.
For that, Jack, taking a look at our quote board here, we got the Russell down 2% now. Micro Bitcoin down 3.45%. Micro Ethereum, our biggest percentage mover to the downside, down 4.13%. To the upside, heating oil up 2.24%. gold up 2.95%, and silver up 5.69% on the day.
ETH is getting
Gold, a little bit of a pullback. Cattle?
We did get a little bit of a pullback too in the ES right following the Euro close.
Yeah. Is there more room to the downside? We're back inside Friday's range.
The crypto
Did
fear
Tom Lee
greed
get liquidated? Didn't Tom Lee have a big position in Ethereum? I thought he got his. I thought his liquidation price was like somewhere close to this. Man, that's quite the sell-off. Chat, let me know. I thought his. I don't know, because we got MicroStrategies, and then that's for Bitcoin, and then we got this Tom Lee with Ethereum. Similar situation, right? Where he's just going all in on Ethereum. I'm curious. Chat will know.
Bradson saying Novo Nordisk is $4 away from its 200 monthly moving average. Wow, that is.
Oh wow.
Monthly.
There's some selling pressure here across the board.
Tom Lee's consulting. Yeah, it's Bitmine.
All this happening, and I can't get quantum stocks to sell off a cent. Come on,
guys. You're short quantum, right?
Yes, I have been quite short. I am now only moderately short because I've covered quite a bit of it. But I still have a lot of not lottos really, but I would love if they could get crushed by April 17th, let's just say, for no particular reason.
Okay. Just keep an eye on that date. April 17th. Seeing some buying stepping in here again in the equity 68.59. Nice call out on that 3-bar reversal. Dakota. The Nasdaq is holding up pretty well right now. 24